Protect yourself at all times, touch gloves.
Round one.
So we're underway then. This international contest scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds in the flyweight division.
Not bothered about reputations. And he's took a couple of good shots already, but he's testing Edwards here. Coming forward, trying to catch him with punches, but we know that Edwards is a boxer tricks. His movement is exceptional. One of these boxers who can box as an orthodox or a southpaw from any angle. Very talented indeed.
Already having success with straight shots. The backhand in particular is already beginning to redden the face of Guarneros. His point decision victory over Luis Gerardo Castillo, who was 26-1 going into their fight in the 112-pound flyweight division. He said, "You better deal with me first." There's a cracking left hand that momentarily dipped the knees of Guarneros, but he's got his boxing stance immediately back beneath him. Defeats on his ledger, one of them coming by way of knockout, as he has just taken a beautiful counter right hand over the top. That was actually in his first contest.
Well, Guarneros' last contest was his best win of his career, wasn't it? No doubt. His opponent was 26-1, wasn't it? His opponent, Castillo, right. Luis Castillo. As he's moving away from him with that left hook, bringing him onto that shot. Terrific work, terrific timing there from Edwards. Looks like he's going for it here.
Getting onto the front foot, pouring in pot shots from all angles and directions. Right hand success once again. Left hook followed by another right hand. And Sonny Edwards is turning on the showtime here in round number 3. Left hook out of the corner, back to the space of center ring on top of the logo. Now operating as a southpaw and brings a left uppercut into play. Terrific punch picking from the man from Croydon. Beautiful right uppercut, left hook from Edwards once again, and boxing, trying to box on the back foot, but just fell short with the attempted straight shot, but he didn't with that uppercut through the middle. So into the 4th round then. Edwards was speaking. Oh, cracking right cross out of the orthodox stance from Edwards. Nice lead right hand from Edwards once again. Catching Guarneros on the counter, and then a left hand out of the southpaw stance, which came from nowhere. Again, every time Guarneros shapes to let his hands go, he's being picked off by a shot of some description. Edwards leading on that occasion and scoring with a sharp left jab.
Edwards, look, he's here, he's there, he's side to side. He doesn't stand in one place for too long. He's an absolute nightmare to box against.
Beautiful left hand landed by Edwards. He's stepping into the pocket and putting a little bit more pop on his punches now. That spurs Guarneros into life, but he's made to play ball to the evasive Matador once again. Beautiful right hand from Edwards once more. Just shook out that right fist after he landed it. Not sure whether that was just a spot of showboating to emphasize the punch, or whether he's just damaged the right hand in landing it. We'll keep an eye on it, but he's really cocking that right hand, got it locked and loaded and ready to fire midway through this 7th round now.
We'll look at him now. I mean, he's just gliding around the ring at ease, really.
Beautiful footwork from Sonny Edwards. Deep into the 7th round, he's up on his toes.
Little cut as well,
moving laterally left and right.
Tremendous right hand there from Edwards, and then just shakes it a little bit. Sometimes boxers do that for relaxation, or he could in fact be feeling obviously a pain there.
Guarneros trying a sneaky right hand over the top.
But it's horses for courses, and he's being picked apart here. I mean, he looks in another league, doesn't he? He really does. And he's not too far off world level, Ronald. Boxers in the game, I always feel that are special in terms of he probably doesn't go into a contest with a certain set of tactics. Tyson Fury is very, very similar. Floyd Mayweather is very similar. They just handle what's in front of them, the style that's there. They don't, spend hours and hours looking at tapes, because they just adjust and adapt to the opponent. And that's a skill, it really is. And I think Edwards, if you look at him, that's what he does. He just adapts and he chooses the style to suit the opponent that's in front of him.
Terrific to behold, but his movement and his timing and his sense of space and distance are terrific as well.
Like I say, people like to be entertained, and we're certainly being entertained with the boxing skills. In pro boxing, they like knockouts and they like stoppages. Will he go for it is the big question, because you're right, it's a shutout at this stage. It's just one way and it's all going Sonny Edwards' way.
Will that fight happen between he and Sonny Edwards? What will Andrew Selby do with the British title?
Intelligent advice from his corner there. Sonny Edwards. Interesting to see if he has got a niggle in that right hand. Hasn't really planted his feet and gone for it, has he, as we spoke of earlier. Oh, that was lovely there.
Catching. Oh, there's the left uppercut once again from Edwards. Terrific punch picking. Guarneros comes back with a shot of his own underneath. Now the boxers exchanging hooks at mid-range. Beyond the midpoint of this final round. Again, Edwards shaking out that right hand after he has landed it. Just wonder whether he sustained a problem as he blocks the right hook with the left hand once again. Looking for that left uppercut once more is Edwards, and Guarneros having a little bit more success, but then it's Edwards who had the final word in the argument with a hook and an uppercut.
Did you see Ronald? He got caught there because he held his feet. Probably the first time in the contest where he stood toe-to-toe, held his feet, and becomes a little bit more vulnerable.
And the WBO are lifting their international and intercontinental titles. Guarneros still swinging for the fences, as he knows that's the only way he's going to get a victory, but Edwards has navigated this terrifically well, barely put a foot wrong, and has controlled this contest from the opening bell to last. Showtime Sonny Edwards with another terrific display of fluid, rhythmic, versatile boxing. Hugo Guarneros demonstrated plenty of grit and competitive spirit on this, his first venture outside of Mexico to compete in a boxing match, but he simply had no answer to deal with the ring craft and quality of Showtime Sonny Edwards.
All in favour of the winner, who is now the IBF International and WBO Intercontinental Flyweight Champion, it's Showtime Sonny Edwards!